they're gonna be lacking damage, I think. Okay, there we go. That's a hard carry right there.
That's a very hard carry, and Violent, he likes these types of heroes. You have some heals coming through. Once the Rubik has the shard, you're gonna have a save from that as well. But I'm yet to see a very successful troll. So
Same.
how do you feel about this one?
Okay. The lane's gonna be really good for the troll, and I guess what's good about their draft here is they have a solid way to just like they don't necessarily need to win team fights to win the game. They can actually brute force towers with this gen, with the center and the hand of God. The scary part is it's actually a mind control bet, by the way. They swapped it out. Okay, yeah, I think I actually like this even more. It's probably gonna be deal better with the troll. And the primal,
Anyways, without many items, how do you feel about it?
Well, one thing that I didn't test is it says that you have like a percentage to fire an additional range attack. Does it work if you're melee, or do you have to be ranged for that to work?
No, it works if you're melee.
Okay. Well, I don't know. It seems like I guess it's better aggressively because the old one was so awkward. Like it wouldn't be switching to get the status resistance at the right time. It's mediocre. I think it's like blah. It barely like it. You know, as I said, you're gonna max out the attack speed anyways. It may be ultra late game. It's nice. That's probably one of those shards that if it's 50 minutes and you didn't really like you're maxed out, you didn't get it from the tormentor, you might just buy it because I guess it's decent.
Nemiga thinking about fighting this rune, but they're not gonna be doing it. And actually, Nigma Galaxy, they get themselves all 4 runes, so a great start for them. But we both said that Nigma's draft looks a little bit better for us on paper. So what kind of a situation does Nemiga need to set up for this troll to actually work?
I mean, you want this solid laning stage. Like, Troll is a hero that when he hits his timings, it's kind of like a Sven, right? You hit your timings, you can take some decisive fights, you can Roche, and then the hero's fine. It's just a hero that you need to play with an advantage, or else it just feels really bad. And yeah, that's the scary part, I guess, for Nemiga. You cannot afford a lot of mistakes, because as you know, if you start taking some bad fights, if for some chance the laning stage of the Troll isn't great, I can see him in Struggle Town, which is not Troll's preferred ambient, I guess.
Yeah, overall though, he will be having a nice lane. Despite being versus the Bat, you have a Chen with you, and neither the Dark Willow nor the Bat deal well with creeps. Those are things that they're definitely going to be struggling with in terms of dealing with.
That is true. By the way, yeah, there's the whole new thing with the Aghanim Scepter on Chen, right? You can aggressively ags OT enemies now. I kind of want to see that today.
Yeah, you can what it's called, martyrdom is the spell that you get, and then you can execute your creeps to do damage. It used to be that you can only do it to heal people, but now you can do it to do damage as well. I don't know if we're gonna be seeing a Chen Ags in this game. I would hope so, but it's gonna be needing to be a pretty long game. Top lane, the Centaur versus the TA. In my mind, Centaur TA favored in a sense that she's not gonna die at least, but who's gonna be farming better in that lane?
I think Centaur's gonna have a really good time. Like, your base damage is so good, your animation is amazing. This TA cannot solo kill the Centaur. There's no way. Maybe a level 3 with the Witch Doctor, you could potentially see something happening. But overall, like, you have the double. I think Vazya's item build is pretty good. He has the double ring of protection. This hero has awesome HP regen as well, so it doesn't really hurt as much from the Maledict. I think this is a fine lane for the Centaur. There's definitely worse ones.
MC is in some trouble. He found this Harpy Stormcrafter, and that's the one that you don't want found. Now MC is not the only guy Or actually, Nigma Galaxy aren't the only ones flying in this lane, because the side of Nemiga, they have a unit of their own and seems to be pretty good at dealing with them. Meanwhile, mid lane, Mikey will be going with the onslaught to pick up his water rune, and he wants the bounty rune as well.
Okay. Just making sure he denies all of that region from the Pangolier. Overall, though, game is looking pretty good. This Primal Beast is owning, but everyone else on the side of Nigma is having a pretty decent time.
Yeah. Also, Witch Doctor, you talked about Maledict, but he took the Voodoo Restoration. Ever since they put that spell does damage, I've yet to see somebody prioritize the Maledict, and I can understand it, especially in this matchup, as GH, he is in trouble. He doesn't have the Shadow Realm, he doesn't have his life. He was a little bit greedy with the spells there, and the Cursed Crown, especially with no mana, won't really help you in that kind of a scenario.
Yeah, you know what? Something that I would love to see in pro games is something that I've seen move from Nouns do so often is the offlane Witch Doctor. Have you ever seen that?
Yes, the one that kind of stuck to me is Gaming Gladiators playing it with the Wisp. It was Ace.
Oh yeah, they do it with Wisp. Exactly, yeah. That's the same thing. He actually does it without Wisp sometimes in his pubs. And I think it's really fun. You know, maybe it's not the best hero competitively, but as you said, the healing from Doctor, when you can actually max it out early, like, you just do not die. At least like in the first 15 minutes, it's impossible, and you just get so much farm in force fights. It's amazing. As Hellscream looking for that career, we'll pick it up.
Yep, nicely done there. Laning phase looking really strong here for Nemiga, especially because of that bottom lane. You switched out your heroes thinking that the Batrider is going to be a problem for the troll. Does Violent look like he's having any issues to you? No, he's having a great
He has
time.
2 harpies, man. That's illegal.
Is it?
I think it should be illegal.
Yep.
There's no way. This should be legal in every state, every country. But RodjER, you know, he's abusing the lack of legislation right there.
Yep, no legislation right now. Imagine next patch, Ice Rock puts in, you cannot have 2 of the harpies. Like, there's so many ancients and so many creeps that can be super strong, but nope, harpies, that's too powerful.
I mean, that is definitely looking quite powerful as Mr. MC. I mean, look at his item build. No region, no 1 stacks. I guess you have to start dragging some waves here. You cannot really stay in the same. Oh yeah, or just steal those creeps from the chain at least.
Yeah, kill them so he doesn't get any more, because 2 is more than enough, as RodjER is just following MC. Also, one thing that was changed on the Penitence is that now it increases the attack range of the Chen as well when you use it on somebody. Oh, and that allows you to be a menace in lane.
Chen core incoming.
Yep, for sure. 350 on level 4, man. It's insane. It has 11 seconds cooldown, 8 seconds duration, so 3 seconds downtime. All
right, Dragonlance, Grove Bowl, Penitence Chen. Let's go.
Let's go.
That's it. That's the new meta. You don't need Wyvern anymore. Now that they nerf Wyvern doing physical damage, Chen is the new one, but he would die to Mikey here.
Yeah, it's a problem when somebody gets in your face. We can talk about the sniper range on Chen as much as we want, but if a Primal Beast is right on top of you, that really won't be making any difference. So finally, Nigma, they get themselves on the board. It did take them 6.5 minutes, but it's not like they were falling that much behind either.
Yeah, not at all. The TA slowly recovering here. Primal Beast having a great game. I guess it really... Even the offlaners are relatively even here when you look at it. So, all in all, I think it's fine. The only problem is the Batrider, unlike Centaur, needs gold to start being useful, whereas the Centaur only needs level as Kuroki. Trying to steal the Wisdom Rune.
He does deny it.
Denies it.
That's
nice.
Pretty good. That's a pretty good play. I think that's worth it, especially because Malrine, he rotated, so that's gonna cost you a couple of creeps that are currently in the tower. And Vazya, well, he didn't expect GH here. He thought, oh, their support died, so I can do whatever I want. Well, you can't. Mikey and GH, they rotate, they get the kill, and Nigma, some really nice movement coming out from them in this early game.
Yeah, indeed. I think Mikey not only had a really good laning stage, but he's finding really good rotations, whereas the Pangolier, you know, died there, didn't really accomplish too much just yet. Not that hard for the hero to really do stuff, but so far, it's more of a Mikey game here, which really helps MC. Now he finally, you know, gets to hit creeps.
Both of the times he got pretty deep into enemy territory. Malrine didn't really look interested in rotating. He is more than happy to just stay in the mid lane and get as much farm as possible. So, oh, Troll is going to be rotating. Mikey immediately goes for the onslaught to the high ground, and he just doesn't allow that illusion rune to be taken by the Primal Beast. So, nice rotation from Violent and Mikey. He's farming creeps. That's going to cost your life. No onslaught, no mana, no HP, no nothing. RodjER, he gets the kill there with the Harpies. I don't think he was intending to, but it happens.
Oh yeah, that's a very tough one here. This is definitely going to be a game where we're going to see a lot of halberds coming through. I wouldn't even mind like the halberd E-Blade build eventually. Obviously, you need a BKB on Mikey, but I want this troll to have the worst time of his life. I really want him to, because like he is the only damage dealer later on to the game, and you need to like kite him a lot.
We discussed we didn't see a good troll for a very long time, and now you want him to have the worst time of his life? Come on, give the guy a break. We want to see a strong troll, but considering
I mean, you told me to be on Nigma's side here, so I'm just giving them the tips.
Okay, makes sense. We could look at the net worth right now, because this troll, he has been farming like a madman and topping the net worth chart. Usually expected of this hero in the laning stage to come out ahead. RodjER again in trouble. There will be a stampede, allowing him to run away. Nope, that's not gonna be happening. The Shadow Realm, we talked about the range of the Chen, but the range of the Dark Willow, that's something that you don't deal with. The Swashbuckle misses. Is it gonna be enough for Mikey to escape? Nope, not even close. They finish him off. Malrine gets the hit in, and we are back to seeing a violent farm, but that's again a trade that Nemiga will be happy with.
Yeah, for sure. It is a fight that you're taking on the Nemiga side of the map, so you're not really going to see any real state being threatened at the moment. But yeah, finally we see the TA kind of keeping up in pace with the Troll, and I think those two heroes probably farm at a reasonably equal farming speed. Probably Troll, when he gets the battlefield, farm slightly faster. But I believe there are some stacks being made for Nigma. I see the Dark Willow at least getting some on the Dire side.
Everybody's making stacks. There are stacks in the Nemiga triangle. There are stacks in the Nigma triangle. So they will be getting that influx of gold. Of course, for the TA, it's slightly easier to farm the ancients. Violent needs to get the Battle Fury, as you mentioned before. That it's kind of tough. You can, but it takes way too long.
Yeah. Now, one thing that does help Troll, and that is probably the biggest change that I think allowed teams to kind of try Troll, not even in dispatch, is the fact that you can use items when you ulti. So if he eventually gets a nullifier, we'll be able to deal with, those 4 steps and all of that stuff. But remember, now BKB doesn't get dispelled by nullifier anymore. So I'm sorry, like it doesn't go through nullifier, so you still can get 4-stepped and Glimmer Cape if you have that BKB going.
Yeah, I mean, the BKB doesn't care about the nullifier, I guess, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay. It makes sense. Yeah, right. I was confused, but yeah, I do remember you talking about that change a couple of days ago. A pretty big one, and it's the one that you're always mentioning because of your boy Ursa that nobody's still picking.
Yes. Yeah, man, the guy is still forgotten about, but maybe one day. I'll be honest, I think Ursa is a better hero than Troll. Not even gonna lie, but I see the value of Troll here. You want something that can siege, and Ursa, unfortunately, that's his worst attribute, I guess.
I was expecting a controversial opinion, but then like Ursa is better than Troll. Okay, last 3, 4, 5 years of Dota, they have all been kind of showing us this, but that's a very early Battle Fury. He got it around 11:30. That doesn't happen too often.
Yeah, that's definitely. Oh, and look at that win probability. Looks like our boy Troll, Gaben's giving him some love here, giving him some hopes. We'll see if Nemiga can actually keep up to that as Mikey.
Stolen Bramble.
Stolen Bramble, yeah.
Feels like
he's the lift back into it.
He's fine. He has the uproar. He can remove it anytime he wants. He just roars, and the Nemiga, they get scared.
True. Now, one thing, like usually, I think this is definitely a game where you get the uproar dispel Stalin at 15. But Tro is a hero that really doesn't care about that talent, because he's going to be proccing those snares left, right, and center. As he actually finds Yuma here, this is... Ooh, it's Stolen Brimbo again.
I'm loving that they're not getting close to each other because of Kuroki's because of his cask. So they just separated a little bit left on the right, and then Kuroki had to make a decision. Either I'm gonna stay here and attempt to save my buddy, and probably lose my life, or I'm just gonna run. And he goes with a later option, but even running might not allow you to live. He doesn't have the mana for the cask. He used all of it to heal himself up. No amount of heals is gonna help you, even if you're in a fountain, Kuroki. Okay, I'm not gonna go that far, but probably wouldn't have helped you in that situation, as Violent does bring him down. And Nemiga going very aggressive here, not using the troll as a farming guy. Rather, they're fighting even though he only has a Battle Fury.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing. Even though Troll isn't necessarily fight ready, that's the same for TA. This hero needs a lot of items, and as farmed as she is, still not ready to like be with the team. And I don't know, this Primal Beast actually had some pretty good rotations, but at the end of the day, like, his net worth is suffering, and he just didn't feel impactful. Maybe because it is Nemiga going for the aggressive side. Now they have that Bedlam, and this should be...
Is it enough? Yeah, it is more than enough, really. Bedlam plus Trample. It was so funny to see how fast that Pango's HP was going down. First, he had that shield from the shield crash, and I was thinking, okay, he might not die, but no. The second they go through the shield, his HP, it just melts.
Beautifully done there by Nigma, getting the second highest net worth hero on the side of Nemiga. Never mind, the center does surpass him. And the center also has been quite quiet this game. We saw a couple of stampedes, but I wanted to check his item build to see what's the plan here. You just go Blink Dagger, because with the change to the Hoof Stomp, there's definitely more value. Like, you can actually get Hoof Stomps without Blink Dagger way easier, right? Because you're running fast with your OT, but I think you still get the item anyways.
So Dark Willow will get the Veil of Discord. The change to this item is that it does damage the shields a little bit. I think 200 damage goes through to the shields. Is that worthy enough of this item becoming so much more popular nowadays?
I mean, I'm not sure. To be honest, I think the item is still in a weird place. But if you do get a Basi for the laning stage, which is what he did, you know, it's definitely decent. Like, it's a progression. There's not a lot of other paths you can take with the Basi. And you're against Bengaldeer, right? So at least it is a hero you're going to be taking those barriers out. If the Chen ever gets a pipe or ever gets a Crimson Guard, that's also going to matter a lot.
The TA is going for a Blink and a Shard, but only after the Deso Dragonlance. I'm always a bigger fan of a Dragonlance Blink Shard than the Deso, because I feel like your timing is way too late this way. So I don't know how fast Yuma will be able to join the team, and we're seeing that that's hurting him as the Troll is coming out ahead.
I think the problem for that build this game is that you're against Hand of God and Stampede, right? Are you really bursting anyone without the Desolator damage when they have their cooldowns? Probably not, as they will just brute force Roche. Okay, I mean, Nemiga, they are doing everything right here. The gold advantage isn't that big, but the momentum is definitely on their side.
Look at the skeletons, they're zombies. They changed them, definitely. I don't know if it was intentional, but they're zombies. Look at that.
Yeah. But I've seen normal skeletons in my games. I have not seen those zombies when I'm playing. That's the weird part.
Yeah, so, okay, so it might be that our production is using a different client, right?
Oh, okay. Alright. I mean, it is entertaining. I love seeing those zombies.
Yeah, for sure. It would always be nice to see some new cosmetics like that on the map from time to time. As Nigma, they have been reducing this gold lead. They're not allowing it to get out of control. They're keeping themselves in the game. We're not seeing many kills because of it. So kind of a snooze fest at the moment. No big kills, no big movements. Everybody is just farming.
Yeah, they do have a big power spike with this haste rune BKB on Mikey. But yeah, because of the ages, it is not an easy fight to take. I wonder how, like, I honestly, I feel like Nemiga could just go high ground, at least force Nigma back. Yeah, just try and poke, but so far, it's only the Chen really poking the tower. Everyone else is farming the big jungle.
I mean, it's still something you have to react to, right? The rally. Yeah. Especially with the siege creep, that's gonna be a lot of damage if you don't react. So they bring in 2 of their heroes back. This is gonna open up the map. Let's see what Nemiga are gonna do with it.
Yeah, this could be, especially if they split up. We do see some of the heroes of Nigma being spread out around the map. Yeah, they're not gonna split up. So you either give away another tier 2, or you can possibly use that haste rune and BKB. Still a tough defense, man. This throw with that Yasha is not easy to bring down.
I'm liking this move from Nemiga. So they got the Roche, they got a tier 2, and then they went into the triangle to claim the outpost, and now they're gonna be taking another tier 2. So they're literally going from one objective to another. One thing that I would want them to add is a gem, because these traps constantly see them, allowing Nigma to do whatever they want currently.
Yeah, they're definitely dodging the movements quite well. And I think, you know, this is a big change having the outpost here, because a lot of the times what we see is the team that's ahead sitting on the triangle, but because the outpost was on the other side, it actually allowed the enemy team to get around the map much easier. Now, when you get that triangle control, it feels so much harder to really do anything about it, right?
Yeah, it's easier to close out teams in the base. I've seen that happen more ever since 734. And I think it should still be an option in Dota, even though there's so many camps that you can farm. Oh, that's going to be a dead bat. MC, we haven't seen him for a long time. Now we're not going to be seeing him on the map for at least 45 seconds because he gets taken down. That's the first kill that we've had for a couple of minutes now. And KuroKy could be next on the menu if he's not careful.
Man, Nigma, they need more time. Because, you know, I think about how they should approach the next fight. And you're like, okay, there's two global abilities here. You have Hand of God and Stampede. If you lasso the Centaur, he's already a hard target. He has Hand of God on top of it. You're not killing him. If you lasso the Chen, that's probably the best target, but if somehow they actually get that mech, the Hand of God, the Stampede, it's gonna feel awful because your bat's gonna be out of position, everyone's gonna be like trying to surround him. You're gonna get destroyed. So Nigma,
how do you lasso the Chen though?
You press R.
Okay, yeah, well, good job, Bowie. I meant, how do you find him?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's definitely the hard part. But you have the traps, as you were talking about. They still, you have to buy the gem. So if you are, you know, if you smoke or if you wrap around, you should be able to find him. But oh, there's another thing. There's freaking spell steal. There's the telekinesis save. There's so many things. And now they're gonna poke high ground here. Still 1 minute, dude. They've been very efficient.
Very efficient.
Taking those tier towers.
Violent in trouble. There will be a jump on the low ground there from the Batrider as the ulti from the Witch Doctor. That's the first one that we've seen. Flamebreak has been stolen on Hellscream. They're trying to heal him up. It will not be enough. MC does come in to finish him off. So they do deter this attempt on their high ground. But their tier 3 tower did take a good chunk of damage.
Yeah, they lost a lot of real estate. I guess the decent part for Nigma is because they didn't really take any fights, they were able to at least keep up in farm with Nemiga. The gold advantage never increased too much. So now with the Aegis gone, I expect them to make a move. The only problem is Lasso being on cooldown, so maybe wait for that, then you go.
I really like how the cask bounces right now. So if the heroes, it used to be if the heroes are really close to each other, then it's gonna be a chain stun, right? Without a chance of using a BKB. Now they can be a little bit farther from each other and it's still gonna work the same way. So you're gonna have to be a little bit more careful of that cask.
True. Cask is definitely looking pretty good as Yuma gets oh, that's shard for KuroKy. That's awesome actually.
That's a huge
Yuma. He is in a precarious position.
Turns around to fight. He will be able to blink himself away. And now the Stampede immediately. We want to fight him, and with the hoof stomp, they'll be definitely doing that. They also used the battle trance to get the nets in, but it wasn't needed as Vazya was more than ready with the hoof stomp.
Yeah, just making sure they have buyback on Yuma, but this is a tough position to be at. Can Nigma come back from this? Oh man, the snowball from Nemiga honestly came much faster than I expected. The fact that MC was so crippled from the laning stage, he barely did anything this game.
Really not much there. They're thinking about taking this tier 3 down. They'll be able to do it, and it doesn't get denied at all. The top tower did fall during this time, so Nigma will be getting some nice influx of gold, but definitely Nemiga coming out ahead in terms of structural damage. Still, the gold lead, it is not that high, Bowie, and that does give me confidence that Nigma can pull this one back.
Yeah, I do feel like there's a way back in, but you know, as much as we like to hate on Troll, technically, theoretically, it is supposed to be Troll advantageous, right? It's a TA range hero, hates gap closing, and Troll just like doesn't allow you to move. He doesn't still have the nullifier, but I think once that's up, I think we're gonna see poor Yuma struggle if he gets on top of him. That's really the only thing. You need the lasso to protect Yuma. You need that pulverize. Those are things that can still control him.
He is going for the BKB currently on Yuma, but I think also Pike is nice. Pike helps you versus the nullifier because it does push the troll away.
Yes, yeah, and if you're BKB now, you can actually get the full disengage, I would say.
So nullifier is not on the menu for the troll. He now wants the BKB. After that, I still think nullifier would be solid, though there is a argument to be made about a basher as well. Anything else? Maybe a Scotty.
Scotty. It's not that good of a Scotty game. I think it's either basher or the nullifier. I think both look pretty solid. Maybe if he wants a silver edge, he could also go for that. You know, it's another way in, another way out. Of,
you know what I like? A satanic.
What?
Okay, he's going for an abyssal blade. I would like a satanic just to stand in front and take down the Raxus. And I think it would be, if you get the Aegis, that you might not need the extra damage item. You just stand there and you end the game without them not being able to do anything. But he is going to be going for a basher.
Okay. Oh, Violet, let's go Trace GH.
Yeah, didn't want to go to the high ground. Good move, but on the other side, Kuroki, what is he doing there? He is going to be taken down, goes for the Voodoo Switcheroo, and, well, right after it ends, the troll will be taking it down with ease.
Alright, so 45 seconds for Roshan, and it is... Honestly, this is actually really good for Nigma, because it will transition towards the dire side. So, as long as they can actually get control over that area... Oh, look at Mikey there. He's just chilling, but ideally would like to be on the other side too, because it will spawn there.
Yeah, that's where the Roche... It will spawn on the bottom, but the Roche will immediately travel. MC does get a blink away. He has the BKB. We'll have to use it versus the troll. You're going to be pretty hard to TP out. So he just has to run, MC. That's what you have to do. And he gets himself out just barely before the BKB expires. They didn't even try to use their stuns, though, on the side of Nemiga. I think that was a mistake. You should just use the lift, use everything. So if it does expire before the TP out, you will still keep him in place.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. You know, Nigma, they were right in grouping up for Roche. Unfortunately, it was going to be on their side of the map, so they lose Kuroki and, you know, Nemiga, rightfully so. Just pressure, they force this BKB, now there's no way for Nigma to control this. And, like, once you grab the Aegis for Violent, like, this game is pretty much theirs to lose, I think. It's going to really be on Nigma to get an amazing high ground defense. And we saw how fast this troll is just melting these buildings you have. Look how many freaking zombies we have, man. This is straight up from
what's
like
the
a
show
Michael
called?
Jackson clip or something.
Oh,
like,
you want
this is
oh,
just
okay.
Yeah.
Reminded me more of Lonely Island, the creep, right? Do the creep, you know?
Oh, okay.
You know that one?
Okay.
That is closer. But yeah, the TA, this hero kind of relies on getting the first and the second Aegis. You don't get either of them. Is there a chance for this lineup after it's not gonna go so well? I mean, we're still looking at the net worth, and there's no difference.
Yeah, there's no difference, but like basically Nemiga, they have exactly the game they want to play in front of them. Okay. Whereas for Nigma, this is not how their draft is supposed to be played. As you said, you want the Aegis, you want to be actually forcing things out so that your Bet Rider can get something out of position. Like this is not it. Like the high ground defense of Nigma is mediocre at best. They're gonna try and engage here.
Mikey does have the BKB, so he'll be fine. The Pavis does protect him. Uproar use. He does have a negative scepter. Violet is dropping low. He's going to be using his ulti and healing back up to full while he's smashing out the bat rider. The last is actually going to stop him. He had that double damage, so he didn't heal now all that much. Yuma going to get turned around and immediately caught in the net. They will be healing him up with the hand of God, so he is still alive. They will be taking him down finally for the first time, still having the cheese, who might have to do it even more. They bring down Vazya. It's a 1-for-1 if you look at the fight. Maledict onto Violent as he's gonna be creating a wall between himself and his teammates, or between the enemy and his teammates, not allowing them to come close.
The heals from Nemiga are way too strong. They, you know, you end up engaging on the center of all heroes. Sure, later on they got the lasso, But Violent, you know, he has 2 lives. You don't have enough juice to really go through him. Mikey does get an important kill there.
Pavis, he kills Violent. He just turns around and with the uproar and the smash into the ground, he's way too strong. And now here comes the Death Ward that you said deals so much damage. Kuroki will be finishing off Malrine. And that is what the Aghanim Scepter of the Prowl Beast does way too much.
I'm speechless there. He just exploded. I did not expect that to happen at all, and I think Nemiga the same. Like, once I saw the TA dead, I like, okay, they lost barracks. Make sure that it's only 1 lane of barracks. Yeah, we're gonna rewatch that because goddamn.
Bye-bye.
Like all right, he has the break. 1, 2. How much damage was that, man?
More than enough.
A lot. Yeah, more than enough. Like, that was so weird because, like, he had, like, I don't know, 30% HP and something took all of his HP out.
I think the Maledict was maybe still on him. So then it started doing the damage over and over again, and it in the end it did so much. There is an Aghanim shard on the Chen, as after seeing that, RodjER is thinking, yep, my carry, he just died in a second. I need to be doing something.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna help a little bit. This is a big comeback from Nigma. The fact that you actually waste that second Aegis, now you might start to, like, the good advantage is somehow on the side of Nigma now. And this is very similar to a lot of games I've watched from them. Like, sometimes they don't really get the laning stage the way they want. They're really good at grinding back games that look super hard. You know, even though Yuma barely made use of his network just yet, he only died twice, and I do feel like we might start seeing some aggressive moves here from Nigma. They have everything they need. They have the Blink BKB on the Batrider, they have the Blink BKB eggs on Primal, they have the damage, and you can't just play 5-man for until the next Roshan as Nemiga, the Nigma.
You were afraid
you're gonna
of this.
You're gonna be underfarmed, so I think this is gonna open up some paths for Nigma to finally get control of the map.
Yeah, Nemiga Nigma. Yeah, I was practicing it for the whole morning, right? And considering that it's a little bit earlier where you are, you didn't have as much time to practice the.
That is a tongue twister for sure.
Yep. Pretty sure it is gonna be Dark Willow going back to the base. GH will almost have money for the Yules, which is a great item versus the Troll, right? If you Yule him before he pops the BKB, then he cannot pop it. There's no way for you to come down, and that is great versus a Troll who has the BKB because he wants to use it after the battle trance. Now, because of the Yules, once it does come out, he's gonna have to use it before.
There is a way for it to come out, and it's called the Nullifier, which, by the way, you can use through your ulti.
No, you can't use it on yourself. You cannot use it on yourself. I'm talking about if they Yule you.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, that's true. But, yeah, he already committed for the Basher anyways. I like the Yule Scepter. And, you know, I was actually thinking, I'm still not over the damage the Primal did. I think Veil was a big part of that. Because, you know, that's an item, you don't really see the impact. But after watching that fight go through, just looking at Veil Discord, that was definitely involved in how much damage the Primal was doing.
Yeah, for sure. Nemiga, they're gonna go for a smoke as Nigma, they've increased the gold lead to 6k. Just one fight allowed them to get on ahead. And Nemiga, despite taking all of these objectives early, haven't been able to capitalize on the game gold-wise. At least they're hoping that they're gonna be getting their axes down. There are no creeps, so that's not gonna work.
That is an interesting move.
Yeah, there will be a stampede, but this Primal Beast, he grabs him and just smashes him. No way you're gonna be running with those legs broken, as Mikey continues to do unreal amounts of damage. Now he's even level 20, and he's gonna be fighting Violent. There's the uproar. Violent actually stands his ground. There's the flame break pushing him back. Nemiga, that's just the path that they want to take. Go further behind. Immediately the trap gets placed. They know that the Nemiga are waiting for them, that they want to turn this, but in the end, it seems like we'll get a disperse.
Yeah, that was awkward move from Nemiga. I'm not sure what they were actually looking for, as they were gonna find another one. Oh, Hellscream.
That's gonna be a nice roll. But he has to buy back because you're in a 3 versus 5 scenario. KuroKy in a little bit of trouble, goes for the Voodoo switcheroo. That's gonna allow him to live, and you have to run away as the Pangolier. There will be ulti from the troll. He's turning around onto the probably showing him what he's made of. The Terrorize is not gonna be scaring this guy. He's in a trance, in a battle trance, smashing your Primal Beast. But the cask! KuroKy from the low ground also goes with a Death Ward and bringing exactly that to Nemiga Malrine inside of a lasso caught. This is gonna be a turnaround for Nigma. That will be amazing. They brought down 4 heroes in total, and Hellscream, he just bought back. Give the guy a break. Yeah, we will break his legs and his back. Mikey continuing to do insane amounts of damage here to Nemiga.
By the way, we actually talked about this in the past, and you're like, there's no way the armor talent is good enough to be picked on Primal Beast. And he actually picked it up. Dude, he had 80 armor in that fight. Troll got a full duration battle trance and actually didn't kill this Primal.
I have no idea
because
what
of
you're
that
talking
talent.
about. You're just
yeah, you don't. Yeah. Chill, dude. As we're gonna see here, this bitch doctor actually gets the save. Dude, this is insane. Honestly, the fact that Nemiga went for that play, oh, that was so costly for them, because Nigma, they pay so hard. Look at that. They even buy back one of their supports, but he tanks through everything. You have the heals from KuroKy as well, and then eventually they just shut down Violent.
That cask was just amazing. KuroKy easily, he did everything right in that fight, right? Even though he might not have been the biggest damage dealer, he got a lot of hate onto himself, and in the end he ended it. Mikey might have died there from the troll, and then who knows what the outcome would have been. But this way, after that cask, there's no way that you're losing a fight.
Yeah, I know he's used to it, so just gets it done, and that's a dude. Holy moly, I'm so impressed by Nigma here. I gotta be honest, it was Nemiga that did go for that move that allowed Nigma back in, but still, the fact that they actually held onto it for so long, the gold advantage was barely it was negligent. There was no gold advantage acquired from Nemiga, and they just, they made sure that when the first mistake came, they were there to capitalize. They were ready. They had all the tools, and now they are the ones smoking, and it's the Nemiga just stuck in their base.
The center got the shard. I don't think that's going to be changing too much. One thing I do like is that the troll is going for an Aghanim Scepter. He saw just how much of a problem the uproar stacks are. He wants to take them off. There's no way you're fighting through that. Plus, it's always nice to be able to remove the Cursed Crown, to remove the sticky napalm. Those things are quite annoying to you.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Troll Aghanims?
Oh, taking the uproar eggs from himself. Okay, yeah, I got it. Gotcha. I thought you were, because uproar, the armor from uproar is not dispellable.
Not dispellable?
Yeah, it's not dispellable.
That's annoying. That's definitely annoying.
But yeah, I mean, the break is a big thing, because you do get a lot of the the armor, the move speed, and obviously the snare capabilities taken out.
Why is it not dispellable?
Because I know this hero is broken. But don't tell anyone.
Okay, then why is he buying this Aghanim Scepter? I thought that was the only reason you do it. Maybe he doesn't know. Do you see a better reason?
I mean, there's a Ghost Scepter on KuroKy, right? There's there's a lot of things you can go to destroy yourself. True. Curse Crown, the Napalm, the Maledict obviously can take out, but the minus armor from Yuma as well, the meld one.
There is an axe on KuroKy.
3 seconds, it's gonna be top side of the map. Oh, there's an axe. Yeah, this game's over. This Aghanim Scepter is, dude, you're gonna see if he actually gets a good duration Death Ward. It's insane the amount of damage you're gonna be doing.
Okay, so they need to.
He's 17. He needs that level 18, and then he's set to go.
Okay. So they need to kill KuroKy. It's very important, I guess.
Yeah, it actually is very important.
Break on the troll, stun on Yuma, not gonna be happening. Get the last on the troll. He got the ulti off.
Here we go.
Die immediately. Actually, there's the ulti. KuroKy wanted him to get a good one off, and he's just destroying Violent. Nobody else wants to come close. Marine getting in there with the Rolling Thunder. Shield Crash will allow him not to take any damage from the Death Ward, not to take any damage from anything. As RodjER is trying to TP out, not gonna be happening. He's surrounded by enemies, thus he will be scared by the Terrorize, and Yuma will finish him off. The supports just died easily, and Vazya, he's not moving. This guy. When he has a stampede, he's the fastest one on the map, but now he doesn't have anything. He's just slowly burning, and GH will come over to assist his teammate Mikey to deal the final blow as Nemiga lose 4 of their heroes and are most likely gonna be losing their axes even the game after the fight.
Wow, dude. You gotta give it to Nigma here. I think this was for sure Nemiga's game to lose. They did everything right. But yeah, just 1 or 2 mistakes here and there, and a lot of amazing plays for Nigma from that high ground defense. Just the fact that they exploded the throw, you know, that really goes down to the item build of GH, to the item build of Mikey. I'm honestly baffled.
Yep, we talked a little bit about the experience before the series started, and Nigma's experience coming in handy there. A lot of teams would have crumbled under pressure, not them waiting for the perfect moment and striking right when needed. We talked about PA and her RodjER potential, how much it's important for this hero. Well, finally Yuma will be able to secure the Aegis for himself and his team.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, if we're talking about crumbling, it was really Nemiga that they got impatient. They forced a fight. They smoked towards the base with no creeps. I honestly, were they trying to brute force the barracks there? Like, I'm not sure what they were really going for.
Sure, not sure. This troll now, if he wants to do the damage to the primal beast, he's gonna be needing an MKB, and he's not going through the other guys for sure. So I don't know.
It's gonna be really
tough. A rough one.
We have there's a halberd on Vazya. You know, he's been pretty quiet this game overall. Oh, Mikey, hello.
Just jumps in with the BKB, with the Shiva. He has that Lincoln Sphere onslaught to the low ground. He got a little bit cold feet there. Violent is going to be running forward. He's thinking he can do something to Mikey. He's tickling this guy.
Okay, gets the Manta off.
This too deep. Yuma
No
does
mana
not
on Yuma,
have
though.
mana, but he does have Aegis, he does have cheese, so good luck killing this guy 3 times. They're gonna be jumping on control. He still has his ulti. There will be a lasso being used and the terrorize as well. Now they're just running away. They will be finishing off Vazya first. After he uses the stampede, and for now it's only gonna be now they're gonna start killing people. He tries going in with the troll, not gonna be happening. Slowed down, annoyed, and finally brought down the fight. Went kind of left, right, and center, but in the end, Nemiga, everybody was low. It was just a matter of time before they die.
Yeah, they got baited by... It was a really good play for Mikey. He actually goes in. He got those charges, the upper charges from Roshan. And he's like, all right, let's see what happens if I jump on top of them. And he made them bloodthirsty. Once again, Nemiga being baited into a fight he had no business taking, no vision in this high ground. And it allows for that beautiful death ward of Kuro. They get the lasso. Just, look at that. So much damage, man.
Does the terrorize break the lasso? Because it seemed like that to me. There were 2 people inside of the lasso, and suddenly neither of them were in it. That's a bug.
Might be
Has to be a
onto
bug.
it. It could be a bug. Well, it's never a bug. If it's in the game, it's intended. All right.
Okay.
Those are Gaben words. So,
sure.
I mean, did you watch the last Nigma series? Actually, we saw level up. Now that you are invulnerable inside of Earth Spirit's role, they could roll inside a Chronosphere and kick someone out of it. Because until the row ended, he actually could do stuff inside the Chrono.
Okay, that's 100%
definitely a bug,
intended.
by the way.
100% intended. Yuma, look at how slow he's attacking that tier 3 as he got the lucky shot onto him there. He is slightly annoyed, but overall he will be continuing with the push. Mikey lifted up into the air there. Very nicely done. There will be a rolling thunder. Now the lasso will be used. Want to do that, man. He does use the switcheroo. He's going to be completely fine for now. But the rolling thunder, finally the troll will get his ulti off the battle trap. He's going to be trying to finish off MC. And now turning around onto Yuma. There's the Hurricane Pike we were talking about, sending him away. But you still want to get in his face again. There won't be a hoof stomp in time as he blinks himself out. But it doesn't mean that you will escape, my friend. We know where you are. He's going to be hiding in the shadows. Having the gem will definitely help with that. Hurricane Pike in 4. Blink in 4 as well. You're not going to be getting those off. They have the stolen pulverize. Just want to smash him into the ground. Yuma gets onto the high ground. He will have the blink dagger. No, not going to be happening. The refraction charges get eaten through by Nemiga, and finally they get themselves a nice fight. This is what happens when you come to the enemy high ground. Nemiga, they felt it in this game, and now Nigma will as well.
Now the question is, how much of a price will Nigma pay for this? There's no buyback on Yuma. and everyone else on the side of Nemiga is alive. So there's definitely a potential here to force two buybacks. Even if they buyback on the side of Nigma, I'm not sure they have what it takes to stop the push. This could be one lane of barracks, which would be much better than I thought Nemiga should even have this game. So uncharacteristic mistake here. Just I guess a really nicely taken fight from the fact that Kuroki actually got caught first is tough. He got the Voodoo switcheroo off, but later on he just got munched down by Violent.
Yeah, it was easy. The second he came out of it, the Rolling Thunder was on top of him and he just died. Also, Mind Control is getting these double lassos 2 fights in a row. That is something that Nemiga really have to keep an eye out on.
Yeah, it's tough. Like this, Rubik is the only. Oh, okay.
Double lasso this time around not working as Hellscream a little bit faster on the trigger there, which the fastest draw in the West. Oh, nice Manta from Violent turning around onto the Proud Beast. Can you actually do enough damage to this guy? There's the armor.
100 armor.
100 armor. He's just not taking damage.
Oh my lord. Yeah, 100 armor minus attack speed from Shivas. Good luck killing this man.
What talent did he take? 100% pulverize? Yeah, or did he go for the can be slowed or rooted during trample? Oh,
there's not any roots, right? Probably better to. I think he probably got the other.
How are there no roots? There's a net from the troll.
Yeah. I mean, like, think about it this way. How much is he actually getting to walk off of the fight and like do damage when there's a stampede on the other side? Like, I think the pulverize is probably more reliable, right?
Okay, makes sense. The TA level 25, he went for the left one, that is the pulverize. So the Primal Beast expert will always know about it. As Bowie, he plays this hero all the time because it's OP and the only hero with which he can win MMR.
Oh yeah.
Nah, that's not true.
I'm a big aficionado of those guys.
Do you play Primal Beast a lot? I know that you.
I do.
Okay. I know I didn't get that wrong.
I didn't play a lot of it in 734, but it is one of at least like this year is definitely one of the heroes I play the most.
Okay. He also has some added duration there on the pulverize from the neutral items. So Primal Beast, that's gonna be an insane amount of damage, insane amount of lockdown if you cannot stop it. Rubik having the pulverize is nice, but it's gonna be expiring fairly soon.
Yeah, that is. I mean, it's one of the best steals. Unfortunately, you cannot steal the talent, but still, it's a great steal to have him have all that cast range on the Rubik. And Roshan will be spawning on the Dire side once again. So honestly, for Nigma, I'm not even that big of a fan of how they're aggressively postured right now.
MC going in. There will be a Lotus Orb and the Lincoln here. You can't get a single one of those off. MC will still be able to run away. Firefly allows him to do so. They're coming over. Malrine gets stuck for a second in the end. This does get popped. MC will get out. For now, not much has been used though. Lasso is still available and Rolling Thunder is not.
BKB on cooldown is a big thing, but oh my god, they're going in again.
Goes in. There will be a break there. He didn't use the BKB. He made a mistake. Mikey now gonna be running away. Uproar was used. Think about turning it around. And the troll, he gets his ulti up. Now he's gonna be healing if he gets the hits in, and he won't be getting. Look at Kuroki from the back, just bouncing through the creeps, killing everybody off screen. We didn't want to see it. We want to keep it 18 minus here, not 18 plus, as they will find a Fango as well. Yuma will be the one to finish him off, but those creeps, that wave coming in that time, it really did screw Nemiga over.
Dude, did you see? Honestly, I want to see the damage after the game. Surely, Witch Doctor is not the lowest one, because Kuroki has been like these last fights, he's getting like 3-4 man death wards. It's crazy that pure damage. Everyone suffers so much against it.
And people, and now it bounces.
It's the highest damage, dude.
Yep. I don't want to say by far, but it's close to that way. It now bounces off creeps. So if there are creeps, your ulti can bounce off them. Malrine comes over, tries to protect their last lane of racks. He will pay with his life for it. RodjER will soon to follow. And now the Rubik is the only one alive, hoping that his 2 cores come back fast enough so they can take another fight.
Wow. Alright, they don't even wait for Roshan, Nigma. That's how confident they are in the late game. And I do think they have it. We talked about this troll being kind of the only thing that would be able to do damage, and that's not how Nemiga wants to take fights. Like, you want to group up and force objectives.
Is that the one?
All right, they have one buyback. That's their last stand here, but Yuma, they don't want. He just wants to finish the game.
Mikey going in there, revealing his here, breaking it, turning around on him, trying to kill this Wild Beast. Now uses the uproar. What now? Would have a billion armor. They will kill the Rubik, turning around onto Violent. Doesn't have his ulti any longer. He won't have his life fairly soon. Nemiga, they call